Okay, today we are going to be creating a radial design using a transfer method. The transfer method is something that you should have learned previously. We did it with our Andy Warhol emoji project. And then the radial design you did at the beginning of the school year, where we used folded paper to create a symmetrical radial design. There are different types of symmetry. Today we are going to be doing radial symmetry in the round. There's also linear symmetry, which is what a portrait would be like. So it's kind of a mirror image. What you see on one side is what you see on the other side. And for this design, typically in symmetry, especially radial symmetry, you will be using pattern. That pattern will be repeated throughout the entire project. To get started, you will get a 12 by 12 inch sheet of paper, and we need to fold it so that we have 8 separate sections. The very first fold, I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it, so you would call hamburger style, kind of like a taco or a hot dog bun. And then we're going to unfold it and rotate it and do that again. Your paper may not be exactly 12 by 12, but it should be fairly close. Then you'll unfold it and you see that you have 4 sections. Then we're going to rotate it, and we're going to take the corner and bring it up to the opposing corner. Some of you have done this before. If you know how to do origami, there's lots of this type of folding, so it'll look like a triangle. Then you're going to unfold and rotate and do the same thing with the other corner. When I fold, I hold my finger at the top, run my finger down to the bottom, spread that way, and spread that way, and that seems to work fairly well. So now you can see I have 8 sections, 4 on this side and 4 up top. If you've made the fortune tellers before, you also will know this folding. So now that you have your sections, the goal is to, in each section, transfer. That means you need to start out with one piece of your pie. I like to think of it as pie since there's 8 slices. So I have written in my first section TUE for Thomas Oltgen Elementary. You can choose whatever word or initials that you would like to do, or if you really would like to do a design, that's fine with me too. I just think the word, using a word, is pretty neat to see how it reflects. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, I don't want you to do this, but I just want you on my piece of paper to see the section that I'm writing my word in, so you guys can see how this is how big the section is from here to here and up there. So you can either start from the center and write your word out this way, or you can start on the outside and write your word inwards. And how I did the TUE, I just simply took my pencil, and I want you to do it lightly first, so if you make mistakes you can erase. It does not have to be done in bubble letters. I just think bubble letters look nice, especially when they're reflected. But if you see the example up on the board, I wrote the word love in cursive. It's not necessarily bubble letters, it's just thicker letters. So there's my T. And then my U. and then my E, and I'm going to bring my E all the way down. So this one looks a little bit different than this one, because this one I took a little bit more time to make sure that it fit right, but just for example purposes, there's this. So after you get that done, you can even add an exclamation mark if you want. The whole goal is that whatever you do fits inside. You adjust it to fit inside of this little triangle or piece of pie. Once you're done with that, you're done with your pencil, and you're going to get an ebony pencil. This is something that's very soft, so it transfers very easily, and you'll trace over your pencil with that. It's a much softer, and as you can see, darker than a regular pencil. I'm doing this quickly. I don't want you to rush. So whatever you put in this section is going to be transferred all the way around. The easiest way to do it, you take this, you fold, so now you have this square, or this triangle right here, that needs to go here to here. And instead of doing like we did before and coloring all over the back of your paper, I've taken a piece of just regular computer paper and placed it over the top of that section, and taken my pencil and just did a really stern rubbing. So you don't necessarily have to color with the pencil. You can if you want, but if you just rub, then you'll see that when I open it up, it has transferred into the next section. You will then take your ebony pencil and you will trace what you just transferred, and you'll do it all the way around. I did find that if you do it halfway, like you did, like I have here, and then simply flip your paper over like this and then place, and you rub the whole entire half of your paper, it goes a little bit quicker than doing each section at a time. So you can see that it transferred half the paper. So if you do half, then you can flip and do it all in one big transfer. I hope this is helpful.